All right. So I said, and that's why this group was created. This group was created so I can selectively work with some people who are ready by virtue of the activities to pour the knowledge and skills, but not just that, also the mindset necessary so that they can repeat the results that will enable them in network marketing to create, repeat, replicate, and duplicate results starting from April 2026. Now, if I see you are not aligning, I will gladly remove you from this group and reduce my time spent working with you. That being said, to kickstart this process to professionalism in network marketing, we are going to have a Zoom meeting by so time to kickstart the process. Can you reply yes? I think it was only 2 people that replied yes. So my idea was to first remove the people who didn't reply yes, but God touched my heart. It may not always be like that. So now this is to give you the idea why this meeting is starting, why I'm doing this meeting. I didn't just do this meeting because I, as much as I like seeing our faces, because I just want to do a meeting. There's a purpose for this. So before we proceed, ladies and gentlemen, let's commit this meeting to the hands of God. I'll be taking the Christian prayer, and I want us to bow our heads anywhere we are. In Jesus' name, in the mighty name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you for you giving us the idea to do this. We thank you for you saving our lives to the part 2 of this training. We thank you that we are here together. Lord, accept our thanks in Jesus' name. But we thank you that you've given us the privilege to do this. We thank you that everybody is here, ill and healthy. Lord, accept our thanks in Jesus' name. But as this meeting goes on, any distraction that might avoid us getting the necessary knowledge, God, please remove it in the mighty name of Jesus. But give us focus and understanding to understand what is being taught in Jesus' name. And we thank you that this meeting is a success already in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I'm excited for this meeting. I already know it's going to be a success. So before I proceed, let me take the vision and mission statements. Let me take vision and mission statement. Okay. So the vision statement, anywhere we are, everywhere we are, let's take this together. 1, 2, ready, go. To raise a financially free people, who will in turn raise other financially free people, who will collectively use their resources to affect the world. Let me share. Since my screen isn't sharing. Okay, yeah. So 1, 2, ready, go. To raise a financially free people, who will in turn raise other financially free people, who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. And then the mission statements, to raise 500,000, to raise 500,000 diamonds in the connected economy and usher in the next generation watching. So, ladies and gentlemen, are we excited? Are we ready for this? This is going to be a life-changing session. We are going to look back at this session and thank God for the value that was shared. All right, so are we ready? Are we excited? Are we set? As I proceed. So who can tell us, before I proceed, who can tell us what stood out for us in the last session? Who can tell us what stood out for us in the last session? What stood out for you in the last session? What really stood out for you in the last session? Let me check this. So this one, unlike the last session, this one is going to be an interactive session. But let us not think that it's only me that will be speaking. What stood out for you in the last session? What was that key point for you in the last session? I can't see anybody. I'll call names. Mrs. Francisca, what stood out for you in the last session? What stood out for us in the last session? And we need to be need to move on very, very fast. What stood out for us in the last session?
What stood out for me in the last session was that even though I want to see the business as a part-time business for me, but I should look at it as a business, purely business, not part-time, not something I just want to do to make up.
Okay,
That was
please,
what
please come again. I didn't get that. Please come again.
I said. What stood out for me day before yesterday was
Yeah.
that I should not see the business as a side hustle.
Mm.
I should look at it as a pure business that will affect me positively, not just affecting people around me positively, but myself. I have to be the target, the main focus of that business.
All right. So that's amazing. Thank you very, very much. That means you're paying rapt attention. So yeah, not treat it as a side also. Mostly not treat it as a hobby, basically. So thank you very much. So in the last session, we talked about the business we do. The business we do. I talked about what was the business. So can anybody just in the chat space tell me what business do we do? You can remember what was the business I said we do. You can remember. Anybody fast, 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 fast. What was the business I said we do? I said what I remember at the session, I said the business we do. I said I asked the question about what business we do, and there were various answers in the chat space. And then I explained what business we actually do.
Yeah, what you said was that we gave different kind of answers, but what you told us that day was that our business is network marketing. That's what we do basically.
Okay. Okay, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Mr. That was amazing. So our business is network marketing, and what network marketing is that three things we do in our business. I remember I said we move products from the manufacturer to the end consumer. Everybody has gotten their products. So we move products from the manufacturer to the end consumer. We are paid for that. So instead of the normal way of wholesaler, retailer, we help scratch that process and move products directly from the manufacturer to the end consumer, and we are paid active income for that. So, and that is why anybody who connects to the business will get their products. Now, apart from that, what we also do is that we now build a team of people who do the same, who also move products from the manufacturer to the end consumer. We build a team of people. So basically the company pays us because we are doing the work, because we are helping move those people. Even though we now have a system around it, I'm telling you the nitty gritty, like the basics in layman's terms of our business. So we build a team of people who also do the same thing, who move products from the manufacturer to the end consumer, and we are paid leverage income for that. And then we now improve the effectiveness of that team through our leadership. And then we are paid residual income for that. So now, when you now try to move products and do all these things, it's one thing to now go and start selling the products. Selling doesn't lead to freedom. It is systems that lead to freedom. So we now have a system around this process of moving products. We have a system that, that develops people to be able to become master leaders, to be able to become master salespeople, to be able to become masters in this field, so that they can also do the same. And we are paid residual income for that. That's like the basics of the business. Now, there's something I didn't do the last time. I know I asked that what business do we do, which we answered, but there's something I wanted us to answer. I want us to answer something in chat space. what is the reason for you doing this business? I want to see our answers in the chat space. What is the reason for you doing this business? Why are you doing this business? Why are you here today? You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here. So I want to know, what is the reason for doing this business? What is your reason for doing this business? What is your reason for doing this business?
Yeah. My reason for doing the business is to be financially free and also use my freedom to positively affect others.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. That's very good. So you want to be financially free and not just to be financially free. Because I would have asked that, why do you want to be financially free? But then you said to use that financial freedom to affect people positively. So I want to see other messages in the chat space. Why are you doing this business? What's your reason for doing this business? Some of us have not even gotten as much results, but we keep showing up. We keep believing. We keep spending that, we keep showing up. There's a reason for that. That's not normal. So I want to know, why are we doing this? Why are you doing this? I'm expecting messages in the chat space before I proceed. Why are you doing this business? Why are you doing this business? And if you want to unmute yourself, you can unmute yourself. Why are we doing this? So I will get back to that. Why you are doing this business? Why are you doing this business? I want to be seeing our messages in the chat space. So I talked about the business we do in the last session. I showed my GTC, my business account screenshot. I showed alerts I made. I showed a video where I did 300K in a day. I showed other people's alerts, and I showed ambassadors. I talked about other people, how much money you have made in this business so far. And I asked, and I showed Ambassador Michael, the president, doing over $120,000. Basically, does that every month, whether it works on it's financially free. I showed all of that. So basically, I showed us what is possible for us in this business. Now, I want to see our messages of why you are doing this business. So why are you doing this business? Leverage on your income. Okay, that's very good. Meaning to have income where even though you are not there, you are making money. Very good. And by the way, it doesn't have to also to only be tied to money. So Mrs. Bumitu, why are you doing this business? You can unmute if you want, and you can type in the chat space. Why are you doing this business? It doesn't, if it's money good, if it's not, no problem. I just want to hold us accountable and to know, because when the why is strong, you will overcome adversities. So I showed us these things in last session, showing us what is possible in this business, what is possible for you in this business. Now I want to let you know something. The biggest lie, and I'm saying this from experience, I'm saying this because this was a lie I told myself in this business for years. The biggest lie in this business is the lie you will tell yourself. There is nobody here that is too old, too young, too short, too tall to become successful in this business. Anybody here can get more results than I have in this business. Yes, I may sound eloquent and all that, but there is nobody here that can be better than me in this business. So I want you to know that me too, I started from somewhere. There was a year I repeated only one person. I wasn't that, the way I'm speaking right now, I wasn't that good. Okay, so you want to learn more about the business. Okay. All right. So that's just saying that any one of us here to impact lives positively and amazing. Any one of us here can get results from the business. No matter, because, and I'm saying this not to motivate anybody, I'm saying it because I've seen it. I've seen the old. I've seen a retiree who does about $1 million a month from this business. I've seen the young that's not even gone to the university getting results from this business. I've seen people that cannot even speak good English. Mr. Gbenga Brokini said that the first event he went to in in Ikeja then. We were in Accra then. Said the first event he went to, he said when he went to that event, this our company event, and he went there, that he saw a woman, he was celebrating the woman, and this woman could barely speak good English. She could not even speak good English. And the next thing, he heard that they were celebrating her as a monthly meal here in business. She could barely speak good English. In fact, her English was like, and this woman, and that challenged him. He said that challenged him that day. That when he went to the front to check why they are, to check the woman they were celebrating and all that, when the bouncers like tried to push him away. That's why is he why is he obstructing everybody? And they push another person to beside him. And I said, even you that you are looking like this, that how much are you making? That was the person they pushed beside Mr. Bingham. And he said he's making about 350K in a week. That was Ambassador Samuel Wenke. You may not know him. That guy was a laborer on the streets. Laborer on the street before he came across this. And I'm saying this to let you know that anybody here can do this business and get results. Anybody. So I talked about how do you then get the results in this business? How do you then get those results in this business? I said you must treat the business like a business. And I said this starts from the mind. You must treat the business like a business. You must treat the business like to get the results in this business. See, me personally, I'm not building this business because I finished. There are a lot of things that I could say, okay, maybe I want to do and all that, but I'm not doing this business just to see if it will work, or just to, if it doesn't work, I'm trying another thing. I'm doing this business because it must work. Anything I lay my hands up must prosper. It must work. Now, what I mean by that is this. I'm doing this because I want us to build something big here. My goal is to build, someone is making about 180 something million naira a month, right? My goal is that we all are making 300 million naira at least from this business. My goal is that we build something out of this business. Build something huge, something that is beyond us, something that we can pass on to our children. Are you aware that you can give this business to your next of kin? Like you can pass it on to your next of kin when you leave this earth. I've seen it happen. There's a process for it. I want to build something that, and are you also aware that in your children's name, as you're building the business, you can open accounts for your children. You can open accounts for your individual children, and they can pass it on. I want us to build a legacy out of this, something beyond our names. I'm not just building this just to make. Yes, I want to make money, and I want to make a shit ton of it, like a lot of it. But then I want to make it because I want us to build something in our names. Very soon, each and every one of us, we have our team, and we will name it according to the name God gives us. It will be registered on the face of the earth. The entrepreneurs team, this team, the Eagles team, this team, that team. Am I complicated? So I want, what we are building is not just something for us. It's not just something. It's something in our name and in our generation, something that will be written on the face of the earth. Ladies and gentlemen. So I want us to know that. I want us to know that. Please, let me meet. All right. So I'm not just building the. I'm not just saying we should do this just because to make. Yes, we will make a lot of money, but I want us to build a legacy, something in our names, something that will be written on the face of the earth, something that when we leave this earth, will be remembered for this thing. See, the idea of this business Even though I told you the basics of this business, I told you about the to move products, that is network marketing. That's the layman thing. That's not why you are building the business, but that's just how money comes and how freedom comes. But the idea behind network marketing, see, in network marketing, your asset is not the products. I just talked about the product, so you know how money is coming. Your asset is the people, is the team you built. That team you've built, that organization you built is what you have. That even though anything happens to the company, you can move to anywhere and your team will follow you. Are you aware that if anything happens right now, if Ambassador Michael or even Mr. Gbenga says he's going somewhere, let me say Ambassador Michael, he says he's going, maybe he's moving to this company and all that. Do you know how many people will follow him? Because that's the team. See, your people in this business are not going to be loyal to the organization per se. They are going to be loyal to you because of the value you provide. They say invest in is it cash crops, you get returns in a year. Maybe food crops, you get returns in 2 years. But if you invest in people, you get returns forever. So your asset in this business is that team that you built. From this business. It's that set of people that look up to you in this business. And I want you to know that that team is valuable than anything because you become so influential in this business, through this business. Do you know what it means to help people get results? To help people to move them from their situation. Some people will be loyal to you for life. When you become successful, some people will be so loyal to you. And ladies and gentlemen, with people, you can move mountains. They say one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. And when each and every one of us have teams of 10,000, of 100,000, of 5,000, how many will we chase? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to understand that this business, we are not just building, yes, it's a business, but we are building an organization. We are building a legacy. We are building something in our names that we want to transfer to our next of kins. Ladies and gentlemen, we are building something that is worth building. And to be able to build such a thing, you have to treat it like the way it is meant to be built. You have to treat it like a business. You have to treat it with uttermost deliberation. You must be deliberate. You must be intentional. You must be structured. And then I said, how do you get these results? I talked about you must consistently learn the business. If you know what I know, you get the results I have. I want you to understand that anything you are not getting, any aspect of this business, you are not getting results in. Any aspect of this business, you are not getting results in. It's because there's something you don't know. When you know, you will be shocked how simple it is to get results. Before, some years ago, when I first started this business, I had issues with getting leads, with getting new people basically. I always ran out of people to talk to, and for example, even though I get 10 new people today, by next tomorrow I've invited them all. And in about a year after, I've never struggled on generating new leads. That's because I now understand how to do it. So I want you to understand that any problem you are facing in this business, there's a how. And it is in the middle of a book. It's in the middle of a training somewhere. So you must consistently learn the business. And then you must consistently do the business. You must consistently do the business. You must consistently do the business. Ladies and gentlemen, the business won't pay you because you know the business. You don't want to be a professor of network marketing, trust me. The business pays you because you do what you know about the business. See, my mentor told me, he said, the proof of knowledge is results. If you can't show, you don't know. The proof of knowledge is results. If you can't show, you don't know. And then, If you can't show, that means there's something you don't know. The proof of knowledge is results. The proof of understanding is duplication. The ability to repeat that result to someone else. That's the proof of understanding. The proof of wisdom is what? Topic for another day. All right, so I talked about how do you get results. You must constantly learn the business. You must learn it. You must learn it, ladies and gentlemen. You must learn it to get the results. And when you learn it, you'll be shocked how easy it is to get results. And then I talked about how do you consistently learn this business, and this is where I'll be continuing from. How do you then consistently learn this business? Ladies and gentlemen, sell meeting. Sell meeting is extremely important. Some of us still miss sell meeting this morning. And I want you to understand something. If you are going to be building something of legacy, something that will use to impact lives, something that will give us the resources to affect people's lives, we are going to sacrifice. We are going to have to sacrifice. They say freedom is not free. You have to pay the price, even in free time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to take some sacrifice. Even when you don't feel like doing it, even when it's not easy. In fact, if it were easy, then it's not even worth doing in the first place. If it really were easy, it won't be worth doing in the first place. My mentor said something, he said, nothing worth a pinch of salt in life is guaranteed. He said, for something to be worth it, the reason why salary is not worth it is because it's guaranteed. For something to be worth it, there must be an inherent level of risk attached to it. Now, that being said, for something to be worth it, that's to be sacrificial. And that being said, sell meeting may not be easy for us, but you have to. The reason is this: see, some things are taught and some things are caught. I don't know what you will catch. You don't know that one thing. See, life is 80-20%. 80% of the world's wealth is in 20% of the world's population. 80% of what you do on life doesn't matter. It's that 20% that matters. 80% of your day will be productive. 20% of your day will be productive. 80% won't. Life is constant. Life is never 50-50. It's constantly 80-20. So you want to focus 80% of effort on the 20% that will give 80% of results. I repeat, so you want to focus 80% of your effort on the 20% that will give you 80% of results. So what that means is that it is not everything in sell meeting, not everything in meetings that you will catch, but there's that 20%. See, it is 20% of life generally that you need to know now that will change 80% of your life. And you don't know, especially in sell meeting, you don't know where that 20% is. Some things are taught and some things are caught. It could be in today's meeting. It could be in yesterday's meeting. You don't know. But as much as you attain, the 20% will keep to pile up. And before you know it, you catch that one thing that will get you results. And that's just one angle of it. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot. There was a question that they asked Ambassador. They asked him that, sir, if I have a teammate and is not attending some meetings, not attending meetings, what will I do? And that was the first time I heard Ambassador say, he said, just forget about the teammate. You can't go for if you're not attending events, so the person will quit the business. So ladies and gentlemen, sell meeting is it's a non-negotiable. Because the kind of trainings, the kind of things, there are some things that you hear. See, they say words are spirits. And it's a sell meeting, you hear these words. See, information is how will I put it? Stay with me. There's something I want to give us here. Okay, let me use the word knowledge. Information is knowledge to the body. Knowledge itself is knowledge to the soul. And illumination is knowledge to the spirit. What that means is this. There are various forms of information. The word information is like information to the body. When you hear some things, it doesn't really get to your mind. Then knowledge itself is information to the soul. There's some level of knowledge that touches your soul. That when you hear it, and then the most important, illumination is knowledge to the spirit. So there are some things that you will hear, that we see. Decisions are made from illumination. Decisions are made when you get some level of information that touches your spirit. Am I communicating? Are we getting value? When some level of knowledge goes down to your spirit, it affects the way you make decisions. That is why mentorship is very important. It is in mentorship you hear some words that you don't just hear with your ears, but you hear with your spirit, and then it touches you, and then you make decisions that you wouldn't have made in a normal day, on a normal setting. And it's in cell meetings you get those kind of knowledge that touches your spirit. Illumination touches your spirit. Am I communicating, ladies and gentlemen? We are getting value, typing value in the chat. So you can't afford to miss cell meeting, because if you don't attend cell meeting, what will happen is that your soul won't change, your spirit won't change. Basically, it won't refine, it won't improve, and then you remain stagnant. And guess what? The default is not even stagnancy. The default is failure. So if you are stagnant, you are failing already, and you won't be able to move far in the business, especially. So anybody, starting from next week, anybody that doesn't attend cell meeting, I won't be able to work with you. I will just sit down, no more speaking to you, no more calling you, no more communicating with you, because there will be nothing to be said. What do I want to say? I can't convince you against what you've not even heard in the first place. So anybody that doesn't attend, some people still didn't attend some meeting today. Maybe I'll just give 2 strikes. If you don't attend once and twice, that's all. If you don't attend some meeting, I will just have to stop working with you. Even as much as I don't want to do that, but like I said, life is 80-20. I have to focus my 80% of my effort on 20% that are worth focusing on 80% of my effort on. So I can give the best. So, ladies and gentlemen, cell meeting is extremely important. If you don't attend, starting from next week, you miss a day, I'll just have to stop working with you. Know that I don't want to, but that's what is required. So another thing is that how do you consistently learn the business? How do you consistently learn the business? I talked about the SMO. Now stay with me. Let me share my screen. Share my screen. So I talked about the SMO. All right. So I remember I showed this when I was talking about how do we learn the business. I talked about cell meeting, which is extremely important, and I also talked about SMO. I said SMO is that 30 days training that is required for you to succeed. I think in this meeting, it's only Miss Francisca that finished the SMO. So this SMO gives you all the required knowledge, all the basic knowledge for you to get results, for you to understand the basics of this business, the 7 skills of this business. And Mr. Emmanuel Medansi, you are still on number 2, your week 1. Although I want you to first get your first sign up and then we'll continue. But you are still in chapter 1 of your first year network marketing. That's number 2 in your week 1. Although you've done your QSG and IPO, we are seeing number 2. You can see it. Your first year network marketing. So that means you still have a way to go. It's after this SMO that you can now say, okay, you can now start doing the business from anywhere you are and every day touching your business. If not, you've not even learned the basics. Mr. James, you've connected your first partner. So you are meant to have continued on the SMO. And you're meant to have continued on the SMO. But there's a video I told you to watch the part 2. For how many weeks now? I haven't gotten the part 2, and that is your quick start guide video. That number 3. The part 2 of that video. So you are seeing the one number 3 of that SMO, basically. And these are the things you are still going to attend your third training on how to follow up. You're going to attend your first training on how to invite and all those things. But you are still here. So I'm showing us where we are so that we will know where we have to go. Mrs. Bumi, you are done with your week 1. You've connected your partner. You are done with your week 1, your business, and your partner. And now you are in week 2 of your SMO. And you are in the part of generating 100 name contact list. You've only done 70. That's week 2, number 2. Generate 100 name contact list. So this SMO is meant to guide you. So each and every one of us know where we are on the SMO. What that means is that we know that we have to continue from where we are and continue moving. It is after this SMO we would have understood the 7 basic skills of this business. You understand, you become fortified. You become fortified with the skills of this business. You understand the basics of this business. From the SMO, you should be able to start getting results on your own. This SMO is meant to guide you on all the basic foundational knowledge of this business. If you don't even have the foundational knowledge of the business, how do you really want to build it? I said something, I said we are building a legacy here. But if we don't even know what it takes to build it, what are we building? So, ladies and gentlemen, the SMO is a no-brainer. It is a non-negotiable if you really want to build this. I've gone through the SMO like twice or thrice. I have my own SMO work. And that was what gave me the foundational knowledge of the business. So each and every one of us, after now, let's start working, start progressing the SMO. Send me your jottings of the last thing I said you should do, whether it be your first year and your introduction, whether it be the QSG part 2, whether it be the 100 name contact list, send me the last jottings on it before we proceed, so that we can do this together. So the SMO is essential. And Mrs. Francisca, even though you've not been getting results, you are still here today. And I can tell you that even though you don't know, the SMO has a long way, a long path to do that. That's the reason why you're still here today. Because from some of the things you learned, you just know that there's a way to get, even though you've not started getting results, you just know that there's a way to get results here. So the SMO is a non-negotiable, ladies and gentlemen. You have to go through this 30 days training to understand the basics of this business. Just imagine, I want everyone to know that you can be so good in this business, you can be so good that you can get results on demand. You can be so good that you can command results. You can be so good that you can, you know what that will not help you to do? Some of you, when you can now command results, you know what I will now do for you? You'll not be able to move a new partner, someone who doesn't know anything, to get results and become successful in the business. Ladies and gentlemen, that's like a superpower. Imagine you have the ability to help someone make money in this business. But that comes from these things. Yes, it is extremely important. So from now on, this month, I'll be checking in with each and every one of us. Anybody that is not proceeding on the SMO, there's nothing I want to do. Because even in this meeting, or like the last meeting that I was shouting, this meeting, I can't even shout. I can't raise my voice. And I can't stress. Anybody that is not aligning, I'll just have to move. I'll just have to move. Because, like I said, I want us, me too, alongside with every one of us, I want us to build a legacy. If nobody is seeing it, so if someone is not seeing it, I'll have to move on. So that's the SM. That is SM. So I talked about the SMO and how do you learn the business? So I've already told us where each and every one of us on the SMO. What that means is that we have to move. So now I said there are 7 skills in this business. Finding prospects, generating new leads, inviting. I can invite 20 people and 10 people show up. Another person invites 20 people and 2 people show up. That's the difference in skills. There's presenting. There is follow-up. There is closing, the act of infusing scarcity and urgency, that person drops that money now. There is onboarding and there's promoting events. And by God's grace, I have an above average level in each of these skills. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have these skills in this business, like I said, you'll be like a walking ATM machine. It'll be as if you are printing your own money. I want you to understand that you can be so good, even better than me in these skills, that anywhere you go to, you can just command results. I want you to understand that as much as this business is highly mindset based, it's highly skill set based. Highly skill set based. Highly skill set based. So throughout this month, I'll be taking trainings on these skills. Each and every one of these skills. Now, the SMO already contains the basics of these skills and how to go about these skills and everything. Already, that's what the SMO even is for, to teach you all these skills to get results in this business. As you develop these skills, your income will keep going up and up and up. So, ladies and gentlemen, throughout this month, I'll also be taking trainings for those who are doing what I say, what I ask of them. I'm going to be taking trainings for them on these skills. Skill of finding prospects, skill of inviting, skill of presenting, skill of following up, skill of closing. And some of you, by the end of this month, will be so good, you won't even recognize yourself. So another thing is this: how do you consistently build this business? So how do you consistently learn the business? How do you learn? Because it's what you learn that you can do. Whatever is what you learn. You can't give what you don't have. So in this business, likewise, is what you learn that you can do. So that is why this learning process of this business is essential. So that I can do, because I'm telling you, as much as this business is forgiving, it is very ruthless. If you go and do the wrong thing, God forbid, you stay in one place for long with no results. So you need to learn the right thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, to get the right results. And the first thing before even all this is that I wish you all can see my mind. I want you to know that each and every one of you can succeed here. Very soon, very soon, Some of us, they'll celebrate us in cell meeting from this meeting. Very soon, some of us will be celebrated as Amazon ambassadors, monthly millionaires from this meeting, starting from next month. I'm telling you, I'm saying it. Some of us here, if not all of us here, I'm saying it. So stay with me as I proceed. So I was saying something. So another, how do you consistently build the business? How do you consistently learn the business? Ladies and gentlemen, another thing you can't afford to miss is millionaire school. It's millionaire school. It's millionaire school, ladies and gentlemen. Millionaire school. See, there's something that what makes network marketing powerful and what makes it work. When the network marketing was founded in 1945, it became like fully legalized in the 1980s. And how they built the business then. In fact, now there has been more duplication then than now. Although now a lot of people are signing in, but then they were more like one person can have a whole team then. The reason is this. Then there was no online. So a lot of things were physical. See, if you own a church or you own an organization and you do online meetings and you do physical meetings, you will notice a particular difference. There's a level of connection that cannot be made through online. There's a level of transfer of energy, transfer of when you look at the person talking to you, you feel the person talking to you, you get a particular energy from the person talking to you. It cannot be compared to online. And that energy is needed for a sustainable network marketing organization. As much as you can build a network marketing business anywhere, anyhow, with any system, you can never grow network marketing if you don't have a system where even though it's once a month, even though it's once a week, even though it's once a 3 months, that you all come together as a team. That physical meeting is extremely important for everlasting, sustainable, long-term growth network marketing. Because that transfer of energy, that belly to belly, there's something it does that cannot just be explained. There's a feeling, there's a social proof, there's an energy, there's something you can't explain. And you need to be part of it to be able to grow our business. So therefore, there is a once in a week important meeting so that you even see, you can just be online and you say you are building a business. What's the evidence that you are really building a business? All of us here, most of us here have businesses we are doing. Some of us, we go to the business every day. Every day we are there. You see what you are doing. But in our business, if you don't show up at your office, even though once a week, what's the evidence? So I want us to know that we are building something here. We are building something here. And so therefore, once in a week, there's a session called Millionaire School, which is extremely important for your success. What Millionaire School does is not just that energy, it's an advanced mentorship system. An advanced mentorship system. SMO is basic. Cell meeting is still intermediate. Millionaire School is advanced. It's that training that cannot be said in cell meeting because there's mixed multitude. It's that training that breaks mental barriers in our business. This Millionaire School wasn't started by, it was started by the president. I remember he used to do it then every Wednesday. Everybody would come to different offices, attend it physical. He used to do it then where we come to the office on Fridays in the evening. And the kind of mentorship he gives is things that can't be said in cell meeting. You have to attend Millionaire School if you really want to build this business. Every Wednesday by 4 p.m. Plan your week towards it. And that's why I like our business. You don't need to give it your all when you start. But those important things, make sure you check it off. Ladies and gentlemen, Millionaire School is that session. That session where the energy in the room, because it's physical, the energy in the room vibrates at a certain frequency that touches your subconscious mind. And you are able to catch what is being said by the speaker on another level that you won't have caught online. You see the people in the room that are also doing this business like you learn some things that you won't have learned in this online. You see other people who are doing the business just like you, getting the same results that you want to get. Ladies and gentlemen, to learn this business, you must consistently attend Millionaire School, 4 p.m. every Wednesday. Some of us are living far, so you can just do it. You can just, I will understand. You can 1 hour, 30 minutes, 5:30, you are gone. I would understand because you are living far. So even we don't want you to go home very late. But Millionaire School is extremely important. You want to do this. The last couple of trainings we get from Millionaire School have not been played in cell meeting whatsoever, because there are levels of training and the kind of focus, because it's physical, the kind of focus you give it is going to allow you to tap into some level of illumination, some level of knowledge that you won't have tapped into. And that's how you build something big, ladies and gentlemen. So you cannot afford to miss Millionaire School. So you cannot afford to miss Millionaire School, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot afford to miss Millionaire School. It is extremely important for your success in this business. Extremely, extremely. Because the things you will learn, most of my success today are traced back to Millionaire School, things I learned in Millionaire School. Some things, you will see something, sometimes I will say some things that, this thing I talked about illumination, I learned it in Millionaire School by Ambassador Michael Okoli. I learned it in Millionaire School. I learned it in Millionaire School. So ladies and gentlemen, every Wednesday by 4 p.m., make sure you attend Millionaire School. So for anybody that doesn't attend Millionaire School for 2 times in a row, I will just have to stop working with you. I'll just have to stop working with you, because there are some, the issue is not that I want to stop working with you. The issue is this, is that there are some things I will say that will look like jargons to you, because we are not operating on the same wavelength, because we are not attending the same types of trainings. So therefore, to save you the stress and save me the stress, I'll just have to stop working with you. For anybody that misses me, we ask you twice in a week. And then Saturday presentations, we have presentation every Saturday, and then the business. That one is as you grow. So most importantly, to consistently learn the business, you must attend all destination events. What this means is this: every once in 3 months, once in a year, we usually have some big events where sometimes the whole C2FG, the whole organization comes together in a big hall. We did one in, let me show you how a destination event looks like. All of us in this business, we did one in, what's it called? In Velodrome National Stadium in Abuja. In Velodrome Stadium in Abuja. I'm coming. Let's see. Check this out. This was the one we did in Abuja, where all of us went to Abuja All of us went to Abuja. These are the G8 leaders, that's our top presidents in this business, giving us mentorship. This is the president, Ambassador Michael Kobe.
Grace to grace means moving from a place where you are struggling to a place of abundance. Buy into the vision.
And how to burn the bridge and the consequences of not burning the bridge and the benefits of burning the bridge, which is giving up what you like best for you to get to where you want to get to.
It's overflow. It means that when it is full, there is no space for any other thing. Abi? Fantastic. That is how this business was meant to be. You must be fully involved in the business to the point where you are so fully involved that nothing else can come on top of it. That is how you really get to that grace level very fast.
A lot of us are running not to win. A lot of us are running not to lose.
What are excuses? Excuses, no matter how valid, are the reasons you are still where you are. Your dream has to be bigger than your fears.
Power Packs is so enlightening. Like, you think you know so much until you come to a place like this. I mean, we're changing lives. Nothing has meaning, only the meaning you give to it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it was events like this that changed me. It is events like this that changed me. It is events like this that made me the person who I am in this business. Everybody who spoke on that stage, none of them is doing less than 20, 30 million naira in a month. 30 million naira in a month. And I am telling you, let me stop my screen. None of them is doing less than 20 million naira. I'm telling you, it is mentorship like this that changes people's lives in this business. And that is why anytime you hear that we're having a destination event, make sure a destination event, you can see in that session, there were over 5,000 of us who are doing this business, just like you and I. So stay till the end of this meeting because I'll be highlighting the next destination events coming up. The last one we did was November last year, called Genesis. I'm sure Mrs. Francisca can remember Genesis. And Genesis was amazing. It was packed up, the hall was packed up, and the kind of mentorship, everything. See, the reason for destination events is that once in a while, that once in a year, that once in 3 months training. That once in 3 months training. That once in a while training where we come together to give some level of, not just like Millionaire School, that one is big, it's bigger, to show you the possibilities if you really take this business serious. So that's destination events. So I'll be done shortly. So to consistently learn this business, sell meeting, SMO, millionaire school, and attend all destination events coming up. Attend all destination events. So now, before I end off, how do you then do the business to get the results? I talked about how do you learn the business. Now, how do you do the business? First of all, nothing, and I'll be fast from here so that I can wrap up on 9:30. So, first of all, nothing sustainable is built anyhow. Nothing sustainable is built anyhow. You don't build the Eiffel Tower of Paris wasn't built anyhow. There were measurements, there were things in place, there were one way or the other, there were things they put in place. Now, to get results, you need intentional, deliberate, and structured work, not just anyhow work. Your work needs to be consistent, deliberate, structured, intentional. Not just do this today, not do this tomorrow. And I'm saying this because the work we are going to be putting in is work that can help you transfer this business to your next of kin. It's work that when you leave this earth, your name should be remembered because of the team that you would have built from this business. How do you do this business? Ladies and gentlemen, apart from millionaire school, pick a day in a week where you come to the office to do income producing activity, preferably Tuesday. Pick one day, just one day in a week. Unlike other things that you'd have to devote all your time to, but as a part-timer, pick one day in a week, preferably Tuesday, where you come to the office and do income producing activities that will bring money from this business. Now, the SMO already has income producing activities, but it is when you are done with it that you really get the chance to start to treat this business like a business. So that SMO, if you are not done with it, first be done with it. While you're also picking a day to do the business, you're coming to the business Tuesdays every day, for example. But make sure you are done with it, because it is after you are done with the SMO that you can start doing daily prospecting. That means every day generating new leads, every day inviting, every day follow up from anywhere you are, from your office or anywhere, to build this business. While you're still showing up on, for example, Tuesdays. On those Tuesdays, your leader will be able to tweak whatever you are doing, whether your invitation, you'll be able to see your invitation, whether you're doing it the right way, see your follow up, whether you're doing it the right way. So once in a week, pick a day in a week where you come to the office to do the income producing activities of the business, and then finish the SMO so that you can start doing the business every day from wherever you are. You can generate new leads every day from wherever you are. You can invite from wherever you are. You can follow up from wherever you are. Ladies and gentlemen, do the business. This is how you do the business. Apart from that Wednesday, because that Wednesday is usually fixed up because of the millionaire school and there's presentation in the office. Most times I'm doing presentation. I did presentation in the office today and yesterday. So pick one day where you come to the office. Give yourself a particular time, probably 2-3 hours, and you do income producing activities in the office once in a week. See, anything that has to be built has to be built well. You can't get anywhere by walking anyhow. You want to build a legacy here. What this means is that one day, when this business is bringing enough cash flow for you, you can say that, okay, I want to base on my legacy. I want to base on something I want to transfer to my generation. But that comes from doing it intentionally every day. Once in a week, come to the office, build it, go back. It's worth building, ladies and gentlemen. Because this, you are not going to, I'm sorry, you are not just going to, you are not going to get anywhere walking anyhow. You are not just going to accidentally be successful. You have to be intentional. You have to want it. And then, like I said, attend all destination events. Any destination events that will be coming up. Now, how do you treat the business like a business? How do you treat the business like a business? Ladies and gentlemen, it is when you are done with the SMO that you get the chance to really treat the business like a business. That's why that standard method of operation, you need to be done with it. So for those that are done with the business, when you are done with, for those that are done with the SMO, when you are done with the SMO, from anywhere you are, you should do daily prospecting. meaning generating new leads daily. That means you need to have a system. I can work with you on that. Either Facebook advert, a system where you have new people that are interested in your business, waiting to attend the presentation. You need to be inviting daily. Now, for those I'll be working with, you'll be sharing me your invitation. You'll be recording your invitation, your calls. So you'll be sharing it to me to help you see if you are doing it the right way. Daily follow-ups, 3-way calls every day, basically, to help you follow up. So what this means is that when you are done with the SME, see, to really build the business, you have to touch your business every day, do income producing activities every day. The only reason why you're coming to the office on Tuesday is so that you can do it on that Tuesday and let me or your leader tweak it for you. Also, okay, you are not doing it the right way, you are doing it the right way. But every other day, you can do it from wherever you are. But it is when you're even done with the SME that you can do it from wherever you are. That you can invite from wherever you are. That you can record your audios from wherever you are. You can do follow-up from wherever you are. That you can invite and get new leads from wherever you are. And as time goes on, before you know it, ladies and gentlemen, before you know it, 6 months, you would have built a solid business that is giving you around $1 million every month. It is like this, so it is from doing the business daily. And once you come to the office to help you tweak whatever you are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you build business. Now you put down KPI at the end. See, to treat the business like a business, you need to be intentional. You need to be intentional. So at the end of every day, for those I'll be working with, you'll be putting down, that means you would have been done with the SME. So you'll be putting down your KPIs. How many new leads did you generate? How many I'm coming, stay with you. So how many new leads did you generate? Let me share my screen. I want to show you something before I move on. So before 9:30, I should be done. So I can move on because I have a meeting right now, Mr. Denga, but I just had to do this meeting. So I want to show some. So every day, when you are done with your SMO, every day you need to be showing your KPIs, because that's what, see, whatever you don't track, you can't progress. Whatever you don't track, you can't measure. Whatever you don't track, you can't progress in it. Whatever you don't track, you can't move forward in it. And you have to track. See, what tracking does, that's why some of you in your businesses, you track everything. You track it, and that's why you can progress. You need data for your business. How many people how many people you invited? How many people saw your business? People must be seeing your business, just like every other business. That's how you track how many results you get. It is the ratio of people that attend versus the ratio of people that sign up. To attend, you must invite. How many people did you invite? How many new people did you, how many new leads did you generate? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you something. Just stay with me. Me, I'm telling you KPI. I want to show you my KPI for the month of February. So you see that I'm not just talking. You can see that I treat the business like a business. So this is my KPI for the month of February. You can see from February 1 to February 28th. This is how many new leads I generated. That means how many new people were interested to see my business. This is how many people I invited in the month of February. This is how many people that were presented, showed the opportunity to. This is how many people I did QSG for. This is how many people I followed up on. This is how many people I recruited. This is how many codes I generated. This is the wrap up of everything down. So in the month of February, I generated 561 new leads. That means 561 new contacts. New contacts I generated. Some were through Facebook advert, some were through contact recommendation from people who have been brand ambassador initiative. It's a strategy. 561 people. In the month of February, I invited a total of 170 people. A total of 170 people to see my business. 45 people sat down to see a presentation from me in the month of February who saw my business. Whether someone else presented, they saw my business. 12 people, I did quick start guide for them. Quick start guide is like getting them to upgrade and everything. I followed up. I didn't follow up much. In fact, I was lazy on follow up that month of February. I'll confess. But in the month of February, I recruited 10 people, 10 new people. From 45 people who saw my business, 10 people signed up. I know my numbers. I know out of every 10, at least 1 or 2 will sign up. But 10 people, I signed up 10 new people into my business in the month of February. I generated 24 codes, meaning 24 80K payments. Some of them paid 1 million naira to start the business. Some of them paid 500K. So the codes total, meaning one person pays 1 million naira, that's like not, because 1 million naira is like 80K in how many places? 80K in probably 10 places, 12 places. So it's like 15 codes. So in total, I generated 24 codes. This is my KPI. Now, I have control of my business like this. Tell me, how won't I be able to build a successful business like this? When I have KPIs, I'm tracking my business like this. Why won't I be able to build a success? Why would I be able to build a legacy like this? I know what I am doing. Am I communicating? So this is how you build the business. So when you are done with the SMO like this, these are the things you'll be doing. Send your KPI before the end of the day. This is what we collate to check, okay, how many people saw your business? This is where we know what is going wrong in your business. And there's something KPI gives you control. It makes you feel like you're actually building something. It gives you that control that, okay, I know what I am doing. I am really building something. So ladies and gentlemen, you have to track what you do in this business. You have to track what you do in this business. So you have to put down your KPIs, especially when you are done with SMO. These are the things you have to do. Your daily prospecting, your daily inviting, your once in a week, your millionaire school, your once in a week coming to the office, and then your KPIs too. Some of us, you will be seeing where you are making mistakes in this business. You are done with the SMO, you don't have any KPI. Then what are we actually doing? Nobody's seeing your business. You are not inviting anybody. Then the results won't come out from anywhere. So where you're also done with the SMO, every day before you sleep, you need to read 5 pages of a book. This is how you learn. They say if you want to hide something from a black man, I'm coming. Let me share my screen. They say if you want to hide something from a black man, you put it in the middle of a book because you will never read it. Ladies and gentlemen, 90% of the knowledge, I've watched a lot of videos, I've watched a lot of trainings, I've attended big events, destination events, but 90%, ladies and gentlemen, 90% of my knowledge about this business and about life has come from books. There's just something about books that knowledge, that level of knowledge can't be overcome. There's a book I'm reading now. It's called Never Split the Difference. It's about negotiation. It's about an FBI agent who became so good at negotiating like life and death situations, hostage situations, and how it applies to business and how it applies to negotiation in general. And ladies and gentlemen, from that book, I've closed more deals in this business than any other book, any other thing I've closed from that book. Ladies and gentlemen, for those I'll be working with specifically, I'll give you the book to read. Just 5 pages. 5 pages. Anybody within 20 minutes, you can read 5 pages. And what will happen, ladies and gentlemen, is that as we do this, our knowledge will accumulate, our results will accumulate, and you'll be celebrated. And you'll become known as that person that can get results. And what will happen is that how you treat the business like a business is also that every week, watch a video training on your business. A video training that was not a different video. This is how I built my business. Every week, you watch a video training. What this means is that for those I'll be working with, I'll be the one telling you everything, how to go about everything. We won't just go and do it, how to go about your SMO. For those I'll be working with after this, after this, how you send your KPIs, how you do your daily inviting, everything. I'll be working with you on it. And lastly, like I said, attend all destination events. Any big events coming up where we are going to gather and G8 leaders, the top leaders are going to be coming together, you can't afford to miss it. So lastly, ladies and gentlemen, as I wrap up the final steps, I want us to know something. I want you to know that now, first of all, I want each and every one of us to put our income target. Send it to me privately before the end of this meeting. How much you want to make in the month of April, and what other, if it's not money, what other thing you want to accomplish through this business in the month of April. If it's not money, send it to me privately before the end of this meeting. Your income targets, how much you want to make before the end of this meeting, in the month of April. How much do you want to make? Send it to me privately. And whatever other goal you have as regards this business, send it to me privately before the end of this meeting on WhatsApp. So I want us to know that, ladies and gentlemen, some of us, when we've done all these things, if not all of us, when we've done all this, we've treated this business like a business, we are building this business. Some of us, I won't be shocked. Next month, next 2 months, some of us, it will be us that will be celebrated in cell meeting. It will be you, Mrs. Francisca. It will be you, Mrs. Bumi. It will be you, Mr. Emmanuel, Mr. James. Some of us, it is what they will say is that, please come and tell me how you did it. Tell me your story, cell meeting. They'll give you a whole cell meeting because of the results you would have had to tell your story to people. And what I'm saying is that some of you now have a platform to tell your story of how you did it through this business that will now impact someone somewhere. That if this woman can do it, if this woman can get this result in this business, then so can I. Some of you, it is after you've really built this that you become an inspiration to other people. That you become a person of value to other people. People will look at you when you built this, because every form of diligence is rewarded. It was the only book that said, find a man diligent in whatever he does, and he will sit between kings and not mere men. Sit among kings and not mere men. Ladies and gentlemen, if we do this diligently, we will sit among kings and not mere men. Some of you, I'm telling you, in the next 2 months of doing this, you will share your story amongst crowds, and people will be inspired through this business. Some of you will now have a team of people. Some of you will now start. Some of you have not experienced leverage income. Some of you always have to work to make money. When you taste that leverage income, money you did not work for, that you built before, that is coming in, you are never going back. Some of you in the next 1 month, because you did this, you will experience leverage income. You experience money that was even more when you didn't put in your efforts. Some of you will start to impact lives from the money. Some of you will, from the money from this business, some of you will assist your church, will assist your schools from the money in this business. Some of you will now talk and people will listen because of the knowledge you gain in this business. Some of you will start to train people. Some of you, they will call you to train people from the income from this business. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot that will happen when we do what is required in this business. So that being said, lastly, I won't be able to work with everybody. So what will happen is that if you know you want me to work with you as regards all these things, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. If you know you want me to work with you, if you know you want me to work with you as regards all this, indicate in chat space or indicate on WhatsApp. If you know you want me, now what will happen is this: those I'll be working with. What this means is that I'll be your monitoring spirit. I'm sorry. I will hold you by the hand. I will call you a lot. because you have to achieve these goals that you have for yourself. So for those that you want me to work with you, if you don't, let me just know that I'll just understand. But for those that really want all these things, that really want to build a legacy business here, that really want to build a big business here, kindly indicate. And if not, there's no problem. But you are tired of where you are, you're tired of getting stuck. You want me to really drill you here. Just indicate in chat space or message me on WhatsApp. Now, for those two that are not complying with these things, I will have to be removing you from the group. If you know they are not going to comply with this, I will stop. There are some people here that will just have to stop working with you. I'll stop working with you, and if you are not meeting up to the required standards, you are not doing what is said, what is necessary, I'll just have to stop working with you. If you don't do all these things, I'll just have to stop working with you. I have to stop working with you because I have a mandate, and it's only those that are aligned. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, the lastest thing I'll be talking about is that I've been talking about destination events. Now, by 12th of February, sorry, 12th of April, there's something huge happening. Something big, something that doesn't happen all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to share my screen for this last thing I want to talk about. I want to show you all. I hope I can find this. Legacy builders. Just stay with me. This is the last thing I'm talking about. If I can't find it, I'll just talk about it. Okay, I can't find it here, but what is happening is that on the 12th of April, the G8 leaders are coming together. That's on Sunday, next week Sunday, by I think it's 11 a.m. This doesn't happen all the time. The whole of City 1FG, ladies and gentlemen, are coming together to give us some advanced level of mentorship in this business. It is a destination event, and I said it earlier that it is just like the one I showed you. I said it earlier that these are the events that change us in this business. The energy in the room, you see other people that are succeeding just like you. It is extremely important, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to succeed here. Destination events. So it's going to be happening 12th of April, JF Ade Ajayi Auditorium at Unilag, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? Nobody that will be speaking there is any less than 40 million naira a month from this business. See, to succeed in this business, Eric Warren said it. He said, events are where decisions are made. You want to make a normal decision. See, you attend some things that just question your mind about this business. And it is at this event. It's going to be happening 12th of April, and tickets, it is ticketed. Now, for people making nothing less than 40 million naira in a month, how much do you think they should be charging for tickets? I think nothing less than 100K for tickets. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen, the ticket is, you will laugh if I tell you, it's 2,000 naira. 2,000 naira for a ticket. And the ticket, because 2,000 naira is too small, a lot of people would have bought it by 5th of April. That's this Sunday. It would have, basically, it won't be for sale again. There won't be sales for it again. So ticket closes on 5th of April. So everyone in this meeting, make sure you are there. April 12, 11 a.m. at GF Ajayi Auditorium. At GF Ajayi Auditorium. So that now, and just like I said, it's a destination event because the kind of things you are going to be getting, the kind of knowledge you are going to be getting, the kind of your eyes will be open basically to the possibilities of this business, to what this business can do for you. Ladies and gentlemen, after this meeting, kindly make your payment to my account details. I'll send my account details to make the 2K payment too, so that you can build something worth of value. So, ladies and gentlemen, I finished this meeting. So, are there any questions before I move on? Any questions? 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 In 10, 9, 7. Now, like I said, those that you want me to actually work with you to really help you build this business for yourself, indicate. If you don't indicate, that's all. I'll just focus on those I'm focusing on already. Or I won't even focus on anybody. I'll go and build a new team. So, are there any questions before I move on? So, in the absence of none, indicates you want me to work with you, and if not, let me know. So, in the absence of none, have a wonderful day.